Hello students, in this video we are going to learn a real numbers chapter. First exercise 1.1, first bit, use Euclid's algorithm to find the HCF of. So first of all, what is Euclid's algorithm? For example, 5 by 3 is a one fraction. So then 5, here 3 ones are 3, remainder 2. So then here 5 is called a dividend and it is denoting with a small a. 3 is called a divisor, it is denoting with a small b. Here 1 is called a quotient, so it is denoting with a small q, and 2 is called a remainder, so it is denoting with a small r. So then a equals to bq plus r, where 0 less than or equals to r less than b is called a Euclid's division algorithm. So a is called a dividend, b is called a divisor. Then after we found quotient and remainder. So let's do the first problem. 900 and 270. Using the Euclid's algorithm, how to find out the HCF of 900 and 270? First of all, we have to select the bigger number as a A and smaller number as a B. So 900 is a B is a 270. So the Euclid's algorithm, so A equals to BQ plus R. So A value 900, B value 270. So let's find out the Q and R value. So here 900 and here 270. So 273 is a 810. So what is a remainder here? 90 is a remainder. So Q means quotient, that is 3. Remainder R means 90. But this process have to continue until get the remainder 0. Next, this 270 will go to dividend place, and this remainder will go to 270 place, that is divisor place. Now find out the quotient and remainder. So 90 is a divisor, 270 is a dividend. 91 is a 93 is a 270, remainder is 0. So then here quotient is 3, remainder is 0. So at this place we got the remainder 0. Then this divisor is called a HCF answer. So then what is the divisor here? 90. So therefore the HCF of given two numbers is 90 is the answer. Next, second question, 196 and 38,220. First, the bigger number 38,220, it should be a divisor, so that is why A equals to 38,220. Next, second number is 196, so that is B. So by Euclid division algorithm, so here A is 38,220, B is 196. Let's find out the quotient and remainder. So 38,220 and here 196. So 196 into 195, exactly 38,220, remainder is 0. Here in the first step we got the remainder 0, then this divisor is a HCF. So then here 195 is a quotient and remainder is 0. So therefore the HCF of given two numbers is 196. Third question, 1651 and 2032. Small a is 2032, small b 1651. So by Euclid's division algorithm, 2032 equals to b value 1651 into, let's find out the quotient. Here 2032, 1651. So here 1651 2s are 3302, but here 2032 is there, so take 1651. Now it's a remainder. So what is the remainder? 2 minus 1 is 1, 13 minus 5 is 8, and 9 minus 6 is 3. So what is a here quotient, 1 is a quotient, remainder is 381. Now this divisor will become dividend, 1651 it is equals to, and this remainder will become divisor, so that is 381. Now find out the quotient and remainder. So 1651. So here 4s are 1524. So let's find out the remainder. 11 minus 4 7, and 4 minus 2 2, 6 minus 5 is 1. So 4 quotient, 127 is remainder. Now this divisor will becomes dividend, and this remainder will become divisor, so 127. Now quotient and remainder required, so 381. So 127 3s are exactly 381, remainder is 0. So then remainder here, quotient is 3, remainder is 0. Then what is HCF? HCF is 127. So where you got the remainder 0, in that place the divisor is called a HCF. So it is a HCF answer. Second question, it is a very important. Use division algorithm. Show that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5, where q is a some integer. Division algorithm means a equals to bq plus r, where 0 less than or equals to r less than b. So let a is, in the question, which type of number you want to show as a 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5, that is positive odd integer. So take it as a positive odd integer. Next to b value. B means in the given question 6 given. So b equals to 6. So now by Euclid division algorithm, a equals to bq plus r, where 0 less than or equals to r less than b. Here a means positive odd integer, b means 6, q means q itself, and remainder r. So where 0 less than or equals to r less than b value how much? 6. So what is the condition here? Remainder is more than 0 and less than 6, at the same time equals to 0. So then all possible remainders are as per this condition: 0 possible, 1 possible, 2 possible, 3, 4 and 5. So these all possible remainders. Now these possible remainders are substituted in this one by one. So first a equals to 6q plus r. First remainder is what? 0. So it is equals to what? 6q. Next to a equals to 6q plus r. Second remainder is what? 1. So 6q plus 1 as it is. Next to a equals to 6q plus r. So 6q plus third one is 2. A equals to 6q plus next remainder 3. So a equals to 6q plus 4 next remainder. A equals to 6q plus 5. As per the question, q is a some integer. So let q equals to 1. Let's substitute q equals to 1 in the values we got here. First one is 6q. So 6 into 1 is what? 6. Second one is 6q plus 1. 6 into 1 plus 1 is 7. Next to 6q plus 2. So 6 into 1 plus 2, how much? 8. Next to 6q plus 3. 6 into 1 plus 3 is a 9. Next to 6q plus 4. 6 into 1 plus 4, so that is 10. Next to 6q plus 5. 6 into 1 plus 5, that is 11. So out of these all answers, once you observe the answers here, 6 even number, 8 even number, 10 even number, 7 odd number, 9 odd number, 11 odd number. So that means here 6q plus 1 odd number, 6q plus 3 odd number, 6q plus 5 are positive odd numbers. Okay, so you can verify by taking another q value also, but it is enough one number. So this is our required answer. Third question, it is also very important. Use division algorithm. Show that the square of any positive integer is of the form 3p or 3p plus 1. So let a is square of any positive integer. Next to b is here 3 given. So b is 3. Next to q value also changed in the question. Q equals to what? P given. Now by Euclid division algorithm, a equals to bq plus r, where 0 less than or equals to r less than b. So a means square of any positive integer, b means 3, q means p. Now reminder, 0 less than or equals to r less than, b value how much? 3. So then as per this condition, all possible reminders are 0, 1 and 2, because it is a less than 3, reminder is less than 3, so 0, 1 and 2. Let's substitute these reminders in this. First, a equals to 3p plus r. First reminder is what? 0, so 3p. Next to second one, a equals to 3p plus second reminder is 1, a equals to 3p plus third reminder is 2. Out of these three, let us verify which are square of positive integers. So let p equals to 1. So let's substitute this value. First value is what? 3p. 3p equals to 3 into 1 how much? 3. Second value is what? 3p plus 1. So 3 into 1 plus 1, it is equals to 4. Third value is 3p plus 2. 3 into 1 plus 2 is a 5. So observe the three answers. In these three answers, here 4 is a definitely square of positive integer. That means 3p plus 1 is a positive integer. Let's take the one more value, p equals to 2. Then first value is 3p, so 3 into 2, 3 2s are 6. Next to 3p plus 1, 3 into 2 plus 1, 3 to the 6 plus 1, 7. Next to 3p plus 2, 3 into 2 plus 2, 3 to the 6 plus 2, 8. But what happened here? We did not get any positive square of positive integer. So let's take the p equals to 3. So 3p equals to 3 into 3, 3 3s are 9. 3p plus 1 equals to 3 into 3 plus 1 is a 10. 3p plus 2 equals to 3 into 3 plus 2. 3 3s are 9, 9 plus 2 is 11. Now here what happened? 3p is a square of positive integer. And here we proved that 3p plus 1 is a square of positive integer. So from these two results we can say 3p or 3p plus 1 definitely square of a positive integer. Fourth question, it is also important. Use division algorithm to show that the cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Let a is a cube of positive integer. Next to b is a 9. Next to q also changed. Q is a m. So by Euclid division algorithm, a equals to bq plus r, where 0 less than or equals to r less than b. So A means cube of positive integer, B means 9, Q means M, R. So 0 less than or equals to R less than 9. So now all possible reminders are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now substitute these all reminders in this one by one. A equals to 9m plus 8. So now I am selecting one m value, that is 1, and I am going to verify which is a cube of positive integer. So then first value is what? 9m. So 9 into 1 equals to 9. Next second value is what? So 9 ones are 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. Next third value is 9m plus 2. So 9 into 1 plus 2, 11. Next to 9m plus 3. So here I substituted m equals to 1 in all the terms. So finally I got first 9m answer is a perfect cube. Sorry, 9 is not a perfect cube, it is a perfect square. So out of these all numbers, I think no number is a perfect cube. Let's go with next number, m equals to 2. So here also I did not get the perfect cube. So here when m equals to 3, I got the 27. So 27 is a perfect cube, 3 into 3 into 3. Similarly, if you continuing the process, so definitely 9m, 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8 will be a perfect cube numbers. Last question in this exercise, show that one and only one out of n plus 2 or n plus 4 is divisible by 3 where n is any positive integer. Let's take one positive integer n equals to 1. So first number is n. So n equals to 1 itself. Second number is n plus 2. So 1 plus 2 it is equals to 3. Third number is n plus 4. So that is 1 plus 4 it is equals to 5. Out of these three numbers, n plus 2 equals to 3 is divisible by 3 because 3 is divided by 3 now. Next number, let n equals to 2. So first number n, so that is n equals to 2 itself. Second number n plus 2, so 2 plus 2 is 4. Third number n plus 4, so 2 plus 4 that is 6. Here out of these three answers, 6 is divisible by 3. So that means n plus 4 is divisible by 3. Let's take one more number. Let n equals to 3. So first number is what? N is a first number. So n equals to 3 itself. Second number n plus 2. So 3 plus 2 that is 5. Next third number n plus 4 that is 3 plus 4 that is 7. So out of these three numbers, first number what is that? N equals to 3 is divisible by 3 itself. So now the conclusion is what? From above three cases we can say out of these three numbers only one number is always divisible by 3 when you substituting n equals to any positive integer. So next exercise 1.2, first problem, express each of the following numbers as a product of its prime factors. First question is 140. So 140 expressed as a product of prime factors. So that means only prime numbers tables should be considered. 2 ones are 270 is a 140. 2 ones are 235 is a 70. Next to 5 ones are 5 sevens are 35. 7 is a prime number. So 140 equals to 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. So this is called a product of prime factors. Here all are prime numbers. Next to second question 156. 156. It is coming in two table. So 2 ones are 2 sevens are 14. 2 eights are 16. Again 2 table, 2 threes are 6, 2 nines are 18. Next 3 table, 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. So 13 is a prime number. So 156 equals to 2 into 2 into 3 into 13. So it is called a product of prime factors. Third question, 3825. So first prime number is 2, but it is not coming in 2 table. Go for next prime number 3. So add the all digits first of all. 3 plus 8 11, 11 plus 2 13, 13 plus 5 18. So 18 is divided by 3. So then given number also divided by 3. So here 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, remainder 2, and next digit 2, 3 sevens are 21, remainder 1, next to 5, 3 fives are 15. So 2 plus 1 3, 10, 15, again 3 table. So 3 fours are 12, 3 twos are 6, remainder 1, next digit 5, 3 fives are 15. Next to 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 5, 11. 11 is not divisible by 3. Then go for next prime number, that is 5. 5 8s are 40, 5 5s are 25. Again 5 table. 5 1s are 5, remainder 3, 5 7s are 35. So 17 is a prime number. So 3825 expressing as a 3 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 17. We can write in the exponential form also, 3 square into 5 square into 17 to the power of 1. Fifth question, 7429. 7 plus 4 11, 11 plus 2 13, 13 plus 9 22. So it is not divisible by 3. Then go for next prime number, that is 5. Last digit is 9, so it is not divided by 5. Next prime number 7. So let's verify with 7. 7 ones are 7. So take the 2 digits at a time. So it is also not divided by 7. Next to go with next prime number 11. 11 6 are 66. Remainder 8. 11 sevens are 77. Okay, it is also not divided by 11. Next to 13 table. 13 ones are 13. 13 fives are 65. Remainder 9. Next to 2 13 sevens are 90. So remainder 1, next digit 9, 19 is not coming in 13. So 17 table, 17 fours are 68, a remainder 6, next digit 2, 17 threes are 51, remainder 11, and next digit 9, 17 sevens are 119. Next to 19 table, 19 ones are 19, 19 twos are 38, remainder 5, next digit 7, 19 threes are 3 7 9s are 27, 2 carry 57. So 23 is a prime number. 7429 equals to 17 into 19 into 23. Next to fourth problem, 5005. So it is very clear, it is coming in 5 table, 51001. Next to prime number 7, 7 ones are 7, remainder 3, 7 fours are 28, remainder 2, 7 threes are 21. Next to prime number 11, 11 ones are 11, remainder 3, so 11 threes are 33. So 5005 equals to 5 into 7 into 11 into 13. Second bit, find the LCM and HCF of the following integers by the prime factorization method. First question, 12, 15 and 21. Prime factorization method means expressing the given numbers in the product of prime numbers. First to 12 given. So 12 in prime number tables. 2, 6 are 12. Next to 2, 3 are. Next to 3 is already prime number. So 12 I am writing as a 2 into 2 into 3. Next to 15. It is coming in 3 table. 3 5s are 15. 5 is a prime number. So 15 equals to 3 into 5. Next to 21. So 3 table, 3 sevens are 21. So 21 equals to 3 into 7. So let's write in the exponential form, that is 2 square into 3 power 1. Here 3 power 1 into 5 power 1, 3 power 1 into 7 power 1. So first LCM equals to product of the factors with greatest power. So here what are the factors here? 2, 3, 5, 7. These are the 4 different numbers are available in these 3. In these first 2. So here 2 square only 1 2 and its power is 2. So 2 square will come as it is. Next to 3. So here 3, then its power is 1. It is the greatest itself. Next to 5. Its power is 1. Next to 7. Its power is 1. So 2 square 4 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 7, it is equals to 420. Next to HCF equals to product of common factors. In these 3, the common factors are here 2 square, but there is a no 2 in the remaining. Next here 3, here 3, here 3. So 1 3 is a common. 5 is only in 15 but not in other 2, 7 also same. So only one common factor, that is 3. So HCF is a 3 and LCM is 420. Second question, 17, 23 and 29. Observe carefully here. 17 is a prime number, 23 also prime number, 29 also prime number. So we cannot write the product of prime numbers, but is asking LCM and HCF. So LCM is easy because LCM equals to product of factors with the greatest power. So that means 17 into 23 into 29. All 3 numbers will come as it is. So 11,339. Next to HCF. HCF means product of the common factors. But there is a no common factors. But we can write 17 as a 1 into 17. 23 1 into 23, 29 1 into 29. So in these 3 the common factor is only 1. So the HCF answer is 1. Third question, 8, 9 and 25. So here 8 can write as a product of prime factors like 2 into 2 into 2, 9 equals to 3 into 3, 25 equals to 5 into 5. 2 into 2 into 2 is 2 cube, 3 into 3 is 3 square, 5 into 5 is 5 square. First LCM. LCM equals to product of the factors with greatest power. See here 2 cube, only 1 2 is in the all 3 numbers together. So 2 cube itself is the greatest. 3 square also greatest itself. 5 square is the greatest itself because there is a no other 5's in another numbers. So 2 cube 8, 3 square 9, 5 square 25. So 1800. Next to HCF. HCF means product of the common factors. So there is a no common factor. So then multiply with 1. Now the common factor is what? 1 is a common factor. Because 2 cube into 1 is what? 2 cube. 3 square into 1 is what? 3 square. 5 square into 1? 5 square. So we can write the 2 cube as a product of 2 cube into 1. So 1 is a HCF answer. Fourth question, 72 and 108. So first to 72. Let's do factorization. 2 table only prime numbers tables you have to consider. 2 36, next to 2 18, next to 2 9, next to 3 3. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Next to 108. 2 table. 2 1s are 2 54s are 2 1s are 2, 2 7s are 14, 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are. So 108 equals to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. So let's write in the exponential form. Here 2 cube into 3 square. Here 2 square into 3 cube. Next to LCM. LCM means product of the factors with the greatest power. See here 2 cube its power is 3. Here 2 square, its power is 2. The greatest one is what? 3. So that is why you should consider 2 cube. Next 3 square, but here 3 cube. Sorry, here actually I did not write the 3 cube. So it is 3 cube. So 3 square, power is 2. 3 cube, power is 3. Greatest one is 3. So 3 cube have to be considered. So 2 cube 8, 3 cube 27. 8 into 27 equals 216. Next to HCF. HCF equals to product of the common factors. See, in the both common factors are here 2 cube, here 2 square. So common is what? 2 square is a common. Next to 3 square, 3 cube. Common is 3 square. So 3 square. 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 9s are 36 is the answer. Fifth question, 306 and 657. First number 306. So 306 it is coming in two table, 2 ones are 1 remainder, 2 5s are 2 3s are. Next to 3 table, 3 5s are 15, 3 ones are 3. Again 3 table, 3 ones are 3. Remainder 2, 3 7s are 21. 17 is a prime number. So 2 into 3 into 3 into 17. Next to 657. 657 equals to here 657. It is coming in 3 table. 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3, 3 9s are 27. Again 3 table. 3 7s are 21, 3 3s are 9. But 73 is a prime number. So 3 into 3 into 73. Let's write these answers in the exponential form. So 2 power 1, 3 square, 17 power 1. 3 square into 73 to the power of 1. Next to LCM. LCM means product of the factors with greatest power. Here one factor is 2. It has only one factor, so 2 power 1, take it as it is. Next to 3 square, 3 square, so both are same, so take 1 3 square. 17 power 1, no 17, only 117, so write as it is. Here also 73, write as it is. So its product equals to 22,338. Next to HCF. HCF means product of the common factors. In the both, the common factor is 3 square is a common factor. So 3 square equals to what? 9 is the answer. Third question, check whether 6 to the power of n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. See, given that first for any natural number n, whether this answer is ending with the digit 0 or not, let us verify. First I am selecting the natural number as a 1. Then substitute the n value in this. So 6 power 1, it is equals to 6. Let take the n equals to 2. Then 6 power n equals to 6 square. 6 into 6, 36. Let n equals to 3. That 6 to the power of n equals to 6 cube. So 6 into 6 into 6, 216. Let n equals to 4. Then 6 to the power of n answer is 6 to the power of 4. 6 into 6 into 6 into 6, it is equal to 1296. So if you continuing this process, so dash, once you observe the all answers, here answer is ending with 6, here answer ending with 6, here also answer ending with 6, here also. So if you continue this process by taking the different natural numbers, definitely 6 to the power of n answer ending with 6 but not ending with digit 0. Fourth question, explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. So composite number means a number which has more than 2 factors, it is called a composite number. For example, 4 is there. For the 4 there are 1, 2, 4 are factors. So here more than 2 factors, so it is called a composite number. and that too composite number definitely will be expressed as a product of other numbers. So for example 2 2s are 4. Next to 15 is there. 15 is a composite number because it can be expressed as a product of other numbers. So that is 3 1s are 3 5s are. The two prime numbers these all. Next to 16 is there. 16 means 2 into 8 or 4 into 4. So every composite number can be expressed as a product of other numbers. So similarly, whether these two numbers are expressed as a product of other numbers or not, we have to verify. First number is 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 equals to 7 into 11 into 13 is one number, 13 is a second number, because numbers are separated with plus but not with into. In these two numbers we can take 13 is a common. So 13 bracket of 7 into 11 plus 1. So 13 into 7 into 11 77 plus 1. So 13 into 77 plus 1 is 78. Now here what happened? The given number expressed as a product of other two numbers, so definitely it is a composite number. Next to 7 into 6 into 5 into, so here to here one number, 5 is another number. In the both we can take the 5 common, so 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and here 1 will be there. So no need to simplify this, but here written as a product of other two numbers, one is 5, another one bracket value. So definitely it is a composite number because it was written as a product of other two numbers. How will you show that 17 into 11 into 2 plus 17 into 11 into 5 is a composite number? Explain. So here this bracket is one number and this bracket is another number. From these two numbers, see here, 17 into 11 is a common. So bracket of 2 plus 5. 17 into 11 into 2 plus 5 is 7. So expressed as a product of other three numbers. Okay, two numbers or three numbers, whatever may be, but it should be expressed as a product of other numbers. So it is expressed as a product of other three numbers. So it is a composite number. What is the last digit of 6 to the power of 100? See, for example, 6 power 1, answer is 6. 6 square, that means 6 into 6, 36. 6 cube, 6 into 6 into 6, 216. 6 to the power of 4, 6 into 6 into 6 equals to 1296. So if you continuing this process, observe the answers. Last digit 6, here last digit 6, here also 6, here also 6. So definitely the last digit of 6 to the power of 100 is 6. Exercise 1.3. Write the following rational numbers in their decimal form and also state which are terminating and which are non-terminating repeating decimal. Terminating decimal means, for example, 0.38 is a terminating, 0.38 bar is a non-terminating repeating decimal. Next to 1.2 terminating decimal, but 2.3 bar is a non-terminating repeating decimal. 2.3 bar means 2.333 dash. It is called a non-terminating repeating decimal. So the first question, whether it is terminating or non-terminating, let us verify. So 3 by 8, denominator is a 8, then factorize the denominator, so 8 here, 2 4s are 2 2s are, so it is equals to 3 by 2 cube, so it is equals to 3 by 2 cube into 5 power 0. because 5 power 0 answer is 1. So 1 into 2 cube is 2 cube, 2 cube equals to 8. Now here denominator is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So then definitely 3 by 8 is a terminating decimal. So then 3 by 8. Now let us convert into a decimal form. So to convert into a decimal form, here 2 cube beside 5 cube is required. So 5 cube and here also 5 cube. 3 into 5 cube is 125. 2 cube into 5 cube, that means 2 5s are 10, 10 cube, so it is 1000. 3 into 125 is 375 by 1000, so then it is equals to 0.375 is a decimal form. Second question, 229 divided by 400. Let's do the factorization for the 400. 2 200s are 200s are 250s are 225s are 5 5s are. So then 229 divided by, here how many 2's total? 4 2's, 2 to the power of 4 into 5 square. So here denominator is 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Definitely it is a terminating decimal. Now convert into decimal form. 229 divided by 400 equals to 229 divided by 2 to the power of 4 into 5 square. Here we need a same power for the 2 and 5 to get the decimal form. So that is why 2 to the power of 4, 5 square, now extra 5 square is required. The same 5 square multiply with the numerator. So 229 into 5 square is 25. Here 2 to the power of 4 into 5 to the power of 4. So that means 10,000. Now 229 into 20. 5725 divided by 10,000. Now its decimal form is 0.5725. Third question, 4 whole 1 by 5. It is a mixed fraction. Convert into improper fraction form. 5 4s are 20 plus 1, 21 by 5. So here 21 by 5, 5 can write as a 2 power 0 into 5 power 1. So now it is exactly in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, where n comma m are non-negative integers, that means whole numbers. So it is terminating decimal. Now let us convert into a decimal form. So 21 by 5. Now here 5 beside we need a 2. So then numerator also multiply with 2. 42 divided by 10. So it is equals to 4.2. Fourth question, 2 by 11. So here it is very clear denominator is not in the form of a 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So it is non-terminating repeating decimal. So for this type of fractions, we need to use a normal division method to convert into decimal form. So here 2 and here 11. So 0, here 0.11 ones are 11, remainder 9. Next 0, 11 8s are 88. Next to 0, 11 ones are 11, remainder 9. 0, 11 8s are 88. So remainder 2. So the answer is 2 by 11 equals to 0.1818 dash. That means 0.18 bar. Next fifth question, 8 by 125. So 8 divided by 125 factorization. 5 25s are 5 5s are. So then 5 cube. 8 divided by 5 cube I am writing as a 2 power 0 into 5 cube. So it is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, where n comma m are non-negative integer. So the given fraction is terminating decimal. So now the decimal form of 8 by 125 equals to 8 divided by 5 cube. So it's a beside 2 cube required. Then numerator also multiply with the 2 cube. 8 into 2 cube, 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8. 5 cube into 2 cube is 1000. 8 8 is 64 by 1000. It is equals to 0.064. 0.064. Second bit, without performing a division, state whether the following rational numbers will have a terminating decimal form or non-terminating repeating decimal form. First do the factorization, same like a previous bit. So 5 2s are 7, 7 plus 1 8, 8 plus 3 is 11. So it is not coming in 3 table. Next to 5, 5 6 are 30, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. Next to 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25, 5 5s are 25. 13 divided by, how many 5s are there? Total 5 5s are there. So 13 divided by 2 power 0 into 5 power 5. So here the decimal denominator is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, where n and m are whole numbers. So then the given fraction is terminating decimal. So he did not ask the decimal form. So just he asking what is whether it is terminating or non-terminating. So these are enough. Second question, 11 by 12. Let's do the factorization for denominator. 2 6 are 2 3 are. So 11 divided by 2 square into 3 power 1. So your denominator is not in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So then the given fraction is non-terminating repeating decimal. Third question, 64 by 455. So 455, 5 table, 5 9s are 45, 5 1s are 5. Next to 91, 7 table, 7 1s are 7, 7 3s are 21, and 13 is a prime number. So 64 equals to 5 into 7 into 13. So here denominator is not in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So then the given fraction is non-terminating repeating decimal. Fourth one, 15 by 1600. So let's do factorization. 2 800s are, 2 400s are, 2 200s are, 2 100s are, 2 50s are, 2 25s are, 5 5s are. So 15 by 1 2 3 4 5 6, 2 power 6 and 5 square. So your denominator is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So the given fraction is terminating decimal. Fifth question, 29 by 343. So it is coming in 7 table. 7 4s are 28. Remainder is 6. 63. 7 9s are 7 7s are. So 29 divided by 7 cube. So it is not in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So then the given fraction is non-terminating repeating decimal. Sixth question, 23 divided by 2 cube into 5 square. So here denominator is directly given in the 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So the reason is the given denominator is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Then the given fraction is terminating decimal. Seventh question, 129 divided by 2 square into 5 to the power of 7 into 7 to the power of 5. So here denominator is not in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So then the given fraction is non-terminating repeating decimal form. Eighth question, 9 by 15. So 15 factorization is 3 5s are 15. 9 by 3 into 5. So here we can cancel the 3 1s are 3 3s are 9. So 3 by 5. but 3 by 5 can write as a 2 power 0 into 5 power 1. Now denominator is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So then the given fraction is terminating decimal. Next 36 by 100. So 100 factorization is 2 50s, 2 25s, 5 5s. So 36 by 2 square into 5 square. So it is in the denominator is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So then 36 by 100 is a terminating decimal form. 10th question, 77 divided by 210. So here 210, 2 table, 2 ones are 10, 2 5s are 10. Next to 3 table, 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15. Next to 5 table, 5 7s are 35. So 77 divided by 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. But here 7 is dividing the numerator. So 11 divided by 2 into 3 into 5. Still denominator is not in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Even you dividing with 7 numerator, so we did not get the 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So 77 by 210 is a non-terminating repeating decimal. Third question, write the following rationals in decimal form using the theorem number 1.4. First question, 13 by 25. So here 25 factorization is 5 5s. So 13 divided by 5 square. Now to get the decimal form easily, 5 square beside 2 square is required. So then numerator also multiply with the 2 square. 13 into 2 square is 4. 5 square into 2 square is 100. 13 fours are 3 fours are 12, 1 carry 52 divided by 100. It is equals to 0.52 is answer. Second question, 15 by 16. So 15 divided by 16 factorization 2 8s are 2 4s are 2 2s are. So it is 2 to the power of 4. To get the decimal form, 2 to the power of 4 beside 5 to the power of 4. So numerator also multiply with the 5 to the power of 4. 15 into 5 to the power of 4. 5 is a 25, 25, 25 is a 625. 2 to the power of 4, 5 to the power of 4 means 1 beside total 4 zeros will come. 625 into 15. So 9375 divided by 10,000. It is equals to 0.9375. Third question, 23 divided by 2 cube into 5 square. 2 cube into, to get the decimal form easily, we need a same exponent for the 2 and 5. So that is why 2 cube into 5 square, it's beside one more 5 required. So multiply the same 5 with the numerator also. 5 3s are 15, 1 carry, 5 to the 10, 11. Now here 2 cube into 5 cube. So 115 by 2 cube into 5 cube means it is equals to 1000. So 0.115. Fourth question, 7218 divided by 3 square into 5 square. See here, actually denominator is not in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. But see here, we will get some cancellations. 7218 divided by 3 square is 9 into 5 square. 9 ones are 9, 9 8s are 72, and 18 we are taking 2 digits at a time, so take 0. 9 2s are 18. So it is equals to 802 divided by 5 square. Now 5 square beside 2 square required, so then same 2 square multiply with the numerator. So 802 into 2 square is a 4. 5 square into 2 square is 100. 4 2s are 8, 0, 8 4s are 32 divided by 100. 3208 divided by 100 equals to 32.08. Fifth one, 143 divided by 110. So 143 divided by 110. Both are coming in 11 table. 11 ones are 11, remainder 3, 11 3s are 33. 11 ones are 11, here 0. Now 13 divided by 10, so it is very easy, 1.3 is the answer. Fourth bit, express the following decimals in the form of p by q and write the prime factors of the q. Q means denominator. What do you observe? See here, the given decimal number is 43.123. Convert into decimal form, fraction form, that means p by q form. So total 3 decimal places are there, then 3 zeros will come, it's beside, one beside. Now 43,123 by 1000, it is in the p by q form. After that, write the prime factors of the q. So here 43,123 divided by 1000 means 2 cube into 5 cube. So what are the prime factors of the q here? Here q means what? Denominator. What is the denominator here? 2 cube into 5 cube. Na? So here prime factors of q are 2 and 5. Second question, 0.12012001. So it is equals to, remove the decimal point and write all digits as it is, 1201201 divided by, here how many decimal places? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So total 7 zeros will come, 4 3 2 1 7. Now it is a p by q form. Now 1201 divided by, so let's do factorization for this. 2 to the power of 7 into 5 to the power of 7. So here prime factors of q are 2 and 5, and it is a rational number. 43.12 bar, so it is a non-terminating repeating decimal. So that is why to get the decimal form, to express in the p by q form, let's take the 43.12 bar as a x. Then it is equals to 43.121212 dash equation 1. So here period is 1 2 and period is 2. Periodicity means number of digits repeated in the period is a periodicity. So then multiply equation 1 with 100 on both sides. Okay. So equation 1 LHS x, so x multiply with 100. Equation 1 RHS 43.121212 dash multiply with 100. So 100 into 43.1212 means the decimal point will move to right side for 2 digits, because here 2 zeros. So total 4312.121212 dash equation 2. Now equation 2 minus equation 1. Equation 1 is here 43.121212 dash. So let's do the minus. 100x minus x is 99x, and here first start with the last digit 0 0 0 0. Next to here 2 minus 3 is not possible, borrow from before digits. 12 minus 3 is 9, here 0 will be there. 10 minus 4 is 6, 2 4. So then 99x equals to 4269. Then x equals to 4269 divided by 99. So both are coming in 3 table. 3 33s are 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. So then it is equals to 1423 divided by 33. So finally the decimal form of 43.12 bar equals to 1423 divided by 33. So it is equals to 1423 by 33 can write as a 3 into 11. So therefore the prime factors of denominator are 3 and 11. Fourth question, 0.63 bar. So let x equals to 0.63 bar, it is equals to 0.636363 dash. Period is 63 and periodicity is a 2, so then multiply equation 1, this is the equation 1, 100 on both sides. So then LHS is x multiply with 100, RHS is 0.636363 dash, 100x equals to 63.636363 dash equation 2. Now equation 2 minus equation 1. So do minus 100x minus x is 99x, here 0.63. Then x equals to 63 divided by 99. So both are coming in 9 table, 9 11s are 9 7s are. So then x equals to 7 by 11. So the fraction form of 0.63 bar equals to 7 by 11. Here the denominator prime factor is only 1, that is 11.